It pains me to make this video, but I guess I have to talk about it now. For the longest time, I couldn't figure out why I didn't like this fight. Something about it just didn't feel right. The Luffy vs Kaido fight was supposed to be one of the biggest and best conflicts in the entire story, but it has fallen so below everybody's expectations. It really is so sad. I didn't know the reason why I didn't enjoy this fight, and I knew that it wasn't the same kind of quality that we were used to, especially in comparison to previous arcs. Kaido was built up as the final boss at the end of the Four Emperors storyline, so of course, expectations were very high for him. But once we got to Wano, somehow Kaido fell flat. He had no character arc or motivation for why he does the things that he does. He was just a strong, bad guy for Luffy to beat up. Usually these types of villains are fine, but there was so much expectations for him considering how long Oda took to build him up. Oda probably planned some character arc for Kaido, but he changed his mind midway through and we ended up getting this slop. Kaido definitely fell off compared to the previous great villains that we saw in the pre-time skip, and I think the main reason why Oda wrote Kaido this way is to make One Piece more popular. It's not really much of a surprise that One Piece got mainstream popularity during the Wano arc. Oda has been desperate to get the story to worldwide popularity like Naruto or Dragon Ball Z, so he has sacrificed the quality of the story in order to make it more appealing to the masses, and we see all of that happening in Wano. Oda sets up Luffy's confrontation with Kaido terribly. In the past, Luffy used to have a reason to fight the main villain. He wanted to beat Crocodile not just for his friend, but to prove Crocodile that he is worthy of being the Pirate King. He also fought Enel and Lucci to save his crewmates and Gecko Moria to help Brooks. What reason does Luffy have to even fight Kaido? There really is none. Luffy didn't go after Kaido of his own free will, he was led there by others, and that is the issue. How are we supposed to feel something when there's really no personal animosity towards the villain? It did look like there was some character work in him, but Oda did nothing with it, and it's so disappointing because he spent so much time building him up for nothing, and since Kaido has no character arc, it makes the fight feel very boring. One Piece only has one great fight in the entire story, and that is Luffy vs Rob Lucci. I thought Kaido could surpass this fight, but I was so wrong because this fight just has too many issues. One of the main problems of this fight is how many powers Oda gave Luffy. Luffy is a lot like how Naruto was at the end of his story. He was given too many unnecessary power-ups that became useless. Oda gave Luffy advanced armament, but turns out it wasn't enough, so Luffy unlocked advanced Conqueror's Haki, which nobody knows what it is supposed to do, aside from making attacks stronger apparently. So what was the point of advanced armament if Conqueror's Haki is just simply way better to use? Luffy trained hard to unlock advanced armament, but he was able to somehow unlock an even better ability mid-battle anyways. So what was the point of the training arc? Haki is a terrible power system and it was written in the story so that Oda can do whatever he wants to do without restrictions. Whenever Oda can't come up with a creative solution in the story, Haki is the answer to it all, and Oda is very loose with it. Like, how am I supposed to know the difference between advanced armament and Conqueror's Haki when Oda doesn't give us any visual clues between them? What's the need for advanced armament if Conqueror's Haki does the same thing but better? Oda already ruined the story with the many Haki buffs he gave to Luffy, but it gets even worse. Oda then decides to give Luffy Gear 5th. I actually don't have an issue with the design itself, I think it looks pretty cool, but it saddens me that Oda broke the rules of the story to give Luffy this power up. It turns out all this time, our rubber friend has the most ridiculous power in the world and is also Joy Boy. Doesn't that sound familiar? Gear 5 is an overpowered ability that takes away all the tension of the fight. This fight was supposed to be a death battle for his friends, but here is Luffy just laughing. This transformation is terrible, and it completely changed the tone of this fight. I didn't feel anything when Luffy beat Kaido because it was so anticlimactic. During this fight, only Luffy got stronger while Kaido just kept on getting weaker and weaker. I thought that Kaido would pull his trump card out at the end of the fight to give it more tension, because that was the norm from other previous fights in the series, but Oda decides not to do that with this fight I guess. Luffy ends the fight by making a giant fist and punches Kaido to the ground just like Doflamingo, so Kaido can even get a unique defeat scene. But what about the impact of Kaido's defeat? What were the consequences of this battle? Well, we actually do not know. In the past, when Crocodile got defeated, there was a huge political shift, and when Whitebeard was beaten, we saw what happened to his crew and his territory and the impact of his absence. Kaido is also an emperor, just like Whitebeard. So what happened to his crew and territory? What about his allies? How is the world now that Kaido isn't around anymore? We don't even know Kaido's current fate. so we probably aren't going to know the impact of his defeat. It makes the fight feel even more meaningless than it already was, and Oda treats Kaido like some Dragon Ball Z villain. Oda has been playing it safe in Wano in order to make the story more popular, and now I know he is a terrible writer. I should have realized this sooner because the post-time skip has been absolute trash, but I was hoping that Wano would be the arc to fix it all. But Oda fumbled that and has become a shell of his former self. Oda used to be a writer that strived to be better. He wanted to set himself apart from other writers, but now he doesn't care anymore and is chasing popular trends because he wants to gain more profits. Oda has sacrificed the quality of the story for mainstream attention, and he is just copying Kishimoto's homework to get there. I have given up on the story because Oda wasted our time. All he keeps doing is recycling the same ideas over and over again. But if he had focused on the things that actually mattered, the story could have been completed by now. But here we are. I haven't read past Wano yet, but I'm pretty sure the arcs that came after it are all trash. All I really want to know is the answers to our questions. Like, how does Blackbeard manage to have multiple fruits? What is the One Piece, the Voice Century, or how about Zoro vs Mihawk? Oda has no direction with the story. He just wants to keep extending the story as much as possible, and I'm tired of it. I can no longer support the series that I used to love. It is sad that One Piece is truly gone. Thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know what you guys think in the comments down below.